Good morning, Steve Ree in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Well, we have some news as far as weather is concerned. I think the market is looking at the Canadian and European model and showing warm and dryness across the Midwest and the Southern Plains and maybe even parts of the Southeast between now and the first few days of July. Now, the American model, which comes out every 6 hours, is trying to, after day 10, bring a little bit of a cooler pattern. Right now, it looks like Canada, North Dakota is going to improve with less rain, while Western Canada, Manitoba, Western Saskatchewan, Alberta, and Western Saskatchewan will see good, timely rains. Europe is warm and dry. That'll extend into the Black Sea next week. Argentina's dry. The northern China plains continues to be dry, while southern China is seeing too much rain. As far as the outside markets, stocks are lower. Yesterday, stocks rebounded after the Fed raises rates 75 basis points, thinking that the Fed has control on inflation. But now some of the traders are talking about higher interest rates will push the U.S. into a recession. The domestic corn market, people have to pay $8 across the Midwest to try to buy corn. It's $9 in the Southern Plains cattle area. The basis certainly is doing a lot of the work in trying rationing domestic demand, but the futures have yet to catch up on that while spreads remain inverted. Losing a little ground on the soybean basis levels and also on spreads as there's talk about lower China demand and maybe a few more beans available out of Brazil. But it seems like Brazil after August is sold out, which should help demand for U.S. beans. We saw a record May soybean crush yesterday. Soybean oil stocks not really climbing as much as some people had anticipated. Over in the wheat, again, the leaders of France, Germany, and Canada are in Ukraine right now trying to figure out a plan to open up Ukraine exports of food. The Biden administration is talking about building temporary silos on the Poland-Ukraine border to try to help move grain to the West. But some people think if they started now, it would take 6 to 8 months for them to complete those silos. We also are hearing that the Russians say that they can move grain out of Ukraine and that somebody might help them move between the mines. But I don't think Ukraine's going to take that chance, nor will other people. And it continues to be difficult to get freight and insurance for Russian vessels. So I think the wheat market is still undervalued. We're seeing some harvest pressure of hard red runner wheat and improved conditions in spring wheat. But I think that the world has not enough supply to satisfy the demand. You can also say the same thing in corn and maybe down the road in soybeans. As always, these are my thoughts, not those of ADM Investor Services. Have a safe and profitable trading day. And remember, always treat people like you yourself would like to be treated.